Good afternoon. We're going to run through the varnish situation on the Thumbstick. A little bit of prep and that before we get started, but I've done it as such. The secret of getting, a lot of people don't agree with varnish, they don't like it, they don't reckon it's thing, but it's just to do a little bit to do with the preparation that you must take on the stick before you actually do the varnishing. I've already done it, I've already given it a light rub down with some emery, some fine emery. You want to really give it a little key, it needs a little key to get it to grip to it right, and if it's keyed, it'll stay on there for quite a time. There's no real problem. But so I've given that a rub down, give it a good brush off, and now I'm just going to give it a wipe with cloth with white spirit on it. I'll just take any loose stuff off, debris on it, and that gives it cleans it right up, ready for the varnish. There we go. The varnish that I'm going to use is not this yacht varnish. This yacht varnish has went off. It's 1/4 of a gallon of it. So, I don't know what's wrong with it. I did notice when I was breaking it on the first 2 or 3 times that it wasn't forming a skin at all. Because normally it'll skin up. Normally I take some out, put it in another 10 smaller amounts and that kind of thing, but this time round it just wouldn't skin at all. And I have been using it back and forward for things, but it's been taking quite a time to dry, which is a bad sign. It has been drying and it has been hardening, but it's a slow business, so I've got other stuff I'll show you in a moment, but this is the stuff I'm going to use. Just I've got a small tin of yacht varnish. Now once you've done that with the stick, make sure it's clean. Clean the area you're going to be working on within reason. I know this looks a bit iffy, but do the best you can. Try and keep the dust out of the road, and give it a good stir. That's quite important. A good stir is what you're looking for. Get it all G'd up as such. Now the brush, true as, good clean too. I've done all that. Just take that off the stirrer. Over there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load the brush up and unload it. Basically put quite a bit on it and then take it off. So your brush is loaded, but it's not excessive. A lot of people just put a new brush in and start working it, but the secret is to get whatever you're using onto the brush, into the brush, and in through the brush. So when you come to put it on, the brush is loaded and it doesn't need to be. It gets so many dry spots when you're putting it on. Anyway, that's it as such. Ready to go. I'm going to start just at the bottom of the stick and gently apply it. You can run down on the ferrule a little bit. As you'll see when we're doing this, the brush has already got a lot built into it, and so therefore it's easier you don't get it so heavily put on, and just work it up gently, turning the stick, working into the mixing bits and pieces, keep it flowing. Long strokes. keep it on the move. The good thing about having done the handle previous to it is the fact I've got somewhere to hold it. I don't have to worry too much about getting my hands on the varnish. I'll just tie it into the bottom there, feed it into it. I'll hang that up out of the way. Just work it back and forward the brush in long strokes. Turning the stick. It's amazing how you can miss bits when you're doing this. The worst of it is you don't really notice the bits you've missed until you put the lid back on the varnish. You go, oh god, there's a bit I missed there. Gee whiz, back out again, brush, oh, cleaned off and everything, too late. Anyway, that's the idea. If you give it a little kiwi, fine rub on the stick, not too hard. Haven't taken all the flaky stuff off to start with when you're first working on the stick. Nothing loose to work with. And that's it. That's basically all it needs. If it's got something to key to, it'll hang in there for a couple of years. It'll be alright. One coat will do it for a couple of years near enough. And then catch it before it needs to be done and do it. Don't wait until the varnish has started to flake. Get in beforehand. You can see. Now I've got a place to hang it up over here. Get it hung up out of the way. And we'll let it dry. So that was it. As I said, a lot of people don't agree with varnishing, but I don't see nothing wrong with it. I've done it with a lot of them and it's all fine. I don't fussy on the water-based stuff at all. I don't like it. I must admit, I like if you can get good yacht varnish, it's very, very good. Obviously, the better the varnish, the more expensive, the more solids it's got in it, the better it is for the job. And I'll just leave that there for now. I'm going to do a quick little try on the briar and see just what it looks like. But this varnish, I had it sitting there for a while before I got around to actually using it, mind you, and I got given it. Maybe that was the reason. You never know. But anyway, there's no use to it. This is sure it won't skin up at all. And the tin, and normally when you open up the sim, if I use this one, which occasionally I'll use, is Woodworks. It's a high gloss wood stain, and it's clear. Now that, by the way, if I go into it after a time, and it's not as good as the yacht varnish, but it's as good a finish looking wise, but it's not just as hard wearing. But that will skin even with the lid sealed totally on it. It finds a skin situation, and you've got to break the skin on it. Anyway, I just want to give the briar that we started there the other week there. I just want to try a little bit of varnish on it just to see how it's going to look. I'll let you see it. I've already given it a rub, and I just want to see how it's going to look when it's got a lick on it. It should highlight it. It'll save me when I'm finishing the handle, actually, all the dust getting down into it, because there's quite a bit of depth to the bark on the briar. I'm just going to leave it on because it's got quite a nice texture to it. But I thought I'd give it a little finish and see. You can see I've fitted the viral to it. I was doing the viral in the Sika there. I think I'd done about 4 of them after that one, and once I was in the mood for it. It's one of these jobs that you put off to the. Some people leave them to see the measure situation, but some I do that, and other ones I'll just finish off, and you need to take the chances. This I need to put a bit more varnish onto it because, as I say, the grain is on the bark, is the texture of the bark's deep, and it'll require a bit of soaking in. I don't know how it looks to you out there, but it looks good to me here. It's quite nice to briar actually. It's quite nice. It's as I said, it's terribly strong stick for what it is. But getting it can be a bit of a problem at times. But anyway, the clock has the bell is rung, and so the clock's at its time. We need to stop what we're doing just about before we run out. But just take your time with all the things you're doing. There's no rush to it all. And once you've done it, give glue, varnish, everything time to harden up. Don't be tempted to go into it too quickly. Give it all time. But as you can see on that there now, that's actually taking up a lovely look to it. Yeah, that's going to be very nice. Anyway, as I said, give the varnish a little key on the stick. You don't want to put varnish, you can put oil or teak oil and various things on it. Butter used to be the thing many years ago. Things like that. You can do lots of things, but I don't know, varnish, when it's out, it seems to look the business. It looks good and shiny, new. Anyway, hope that's been of help. Catch you later.